Hi, how are you? Just tuning in and feeling the pull in the skies, actually. Initially, the skies were calling, and just beautiful ripples in the sun coming through, and they've kind of turned now that I've settled in, and I just was struggling to tune in my energy, and it just didn't feel right in the other spaces in my yard. And so did some moving around, and here I am. And now my clouds are not what I initially came to share, but the other aspect that was rolling around in my awareness as I was just experiencing what was coming through was how windy it is, and wondering if the audio would come through okay, and all the questions, right, of the things that may happen, and the significance of the winds of change. So that's kind of the invitation it brought me to share, and invite some moments of introspection around. And hoping you're enjoying these videos. If they're finding you, there's something significant in it for you. Trust the pull and curiosity, and listen to what I share for you. You time, you Ru, you, the theme around all of the messages that I share. And as I'm working and sharing, the you for me is me. So that beautiful mirror reflection point, and that part that regardless of what I share, you have perception, intuition, awareness, whatever have you, data that says, another, how do you answer back to whatever is there. But listening, really actively listening, and as you're listening to my words, observing your reactions or responses in your inner world. And this will be a practice that will change you. It will change you in a beautiful way, depending on the lens in which you're looking at it through. And that's the work, right? Just noticing the perspective that you're looking through, and softening around that when you can take these moments of introspection and allow the space to be curious. In our present moment experience, if we cultivate this as a practice, it kind of, you just feel in the moment always, right? It doesn't need to be something that you need to maybe reflect on what had happened. But really, when you sit down after you've come to that place of living in the present with what is flowing to and through you, then you go to a space of, when you have space of really just opening to every moment, not just human interactions, but what's always there. Even in the perceived silence, there's always some buzz. And just listening in that space. Being a conscious observer. expanding that awareness beyond the body, or maybe in the body. Just allow yourself to observe through all your senses. Each hair is like a little antenna. Each breath, imagine it's just moving that energy of life, the energy that animates your human being. Breathing and noticing the quality of that breath. Feeling and noticing every part of your physical body. I like to imagine that I'm breathing into a specific area and then exhaling and feeling out from that center, out through every part, just kind of letting it float out as far as it does. Allowing that natural ebb and flow of the inhales and exhales, really deepening that breath. The deeper the breath, the deeper the moment. So what? Fill in that blank. So delicious. I like delicious. Oh, it's delicious. If it's delicious, if you're like, delicious, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? That I had a comment on one of my videos, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I mean, sure, all expressions, right? And so, what the fuck was that? I don't know what it was a reference to, but it was probably something fabulous, because I like to look at my experiences as a fabulous. Some days I'm like, fucking fabulous. Like this, all the expressions of fabulous. There's so many dimensions to our experience. And in every piece and part of it. So many vibrations. Find that harmony. Find that peace. Find that part of you even in the surprises, the disappointments, the realities. Information. What do you do with it? How do you look at it? Is it there to inform from every sensation, tickling hair on your face, from that fabulous wind, moments of irritation and moments of bliss, right? Ever changing. when I'm guiding with individuals one-on-one, I'm, like having them move energy, and many times I take it back to nature. So it's like that breath is that wind. And isn't it funny? Isn't it curious? Isn't it beautiful? We started talking about the winds of change. And so allowing that breath in your body too, it does bring about a change in your body. When you have tension, when you have stiffness, when you have aches and pains, it's all momentary experiences, and our breath is so powerful. When we marry that breath with our awareness, be it intentional or receiving, action or inaction, that in every moment there is an aspect of being and becoming, and you can see the duality and the polarities and the rocking, dancing, movement, in the wind. Sometimes the winds blow, allowing all those leaves to fall off the trees. Imagine a letting go. Even in that inhale, a beautiful practice that I like to play in that breath. As you're breathing in, can you also feel a letting go? So like both are happening at once. I feel it mostly in an exhale. The inhale is a little bit of more of a challenge for me, and like, can I hold that little inhale up the spine as I'm feeling like just being is just this radiation. For me, the exhale is easier to as I can express, I'm feeling the sun. Maybe it feels easier because we're used to taking in the sun and breathing in it. Where that, I don't know, something to play with, the practice of giving and receiving in every moment, because we are. And that just has a yummy feeling in my body. So I enjoy finding practices that we can just savor in the beauty of life, the joy of life, the nourishment of life. Because the truth is, even in our, challenges, is nourishing our growth, right? I don't know, the manure in the in the soil, or I don't know. Back to just enjoying the moment. Going to burn some Palo Santo earlier, and I just got right into chatting. The winds are not helping. Well, in this moment, I got fire. Thank you. The skill of starting a fire in the wind. One-handed, it's a little hard, so I will just smell that wood, that sacred aroma. I just I'm feeling complete in this share, my dear friends. Thank you for listening, sharing. I wish the clouds, you could have seen them earlier, but you have these beautiful winds as reminders of whatever they brought up for you today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's such a blessing and a joy to allow myself to continue showing up and sharing and expressing my practices and the awareness flowing to and through me in these moments. So thank you and many blessings. Till next time. Mwah!